Hello YouTube family, and welcome to today's Real Talk with Earica Cole. Today is a little bit of a story time. I've been really thinking about lately life and how sometimes our faith is really tried. I don't know about you guys, but there's been times in my life that I've sat back and said, God, do you hear my prayers? What is going on? What is happening to me? And this month, going into the month of April, I really truly think about how we talk about April is April showers, right? Blessings, rain, rains down on us. Just so many things happen. The seasons are changing. Spring is upon us. And so what a powerful statement just to basically say, I'm going to let the blessings of God rain on me in this month and be diligent and be excited about the opportunities. Let me tell you guys something. I've shared with you all many times before that I have sickle cell anemia. And there were times in my life that I really wondered, God, why me? Like, there's so many kids that are playing on the playground with me that don't have any ailments. There's so many things that I want to do and things that the different rides that I wanted to ride on, and I couldn't because of my sickle cell. There were places that I wanted to go that my parents just really weren't comfortable with me going because of my sickle cell. And I always used to say, God, why me? And now that I'm older, I realize it's because of my strength. It's because He can trust me to tell the story. He can trust me that I'm going to be triumphant in whatever it is I'm going through. I don't know about you guys, but I've had failed relationships. I've had a failed marriage. And even in that, I looked at the circumstances of what happened, and I thought, God, why me? Why am I going through this? I've had other family members and friends that had successful relationships and marriages and nothing happened. But even in going through that, I remember at that time I lived in the Tampa, Florida area, and I decided to move to New Orleans. And I had accepted a position, and it was a wonderful opportunity for me in my career. And I was going back and forth between Tampa and New Orleans for a couple years and finally made the transition. I was excited about the transition. I was excited about a fresh start. Got to that doggone New Orleans, Louisiana, and what happened? Hurricane Katrina. That lady came through there like a monster. Of course, I lost many of my personal belongings and had to start all over again. I had just been there not even 2 months living in Slidell, Louisiana, and was wondering at that point, like, God, what am I being punished for? Why me? Why am I going through this? Again, being a young adult, thought I was doing the right thing, getting married early, as a young Christian, and life changed, and here I am starting a fresh start, and all hell breaks loose. God, why me? And then I was given an opportunity, and I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, where I met some of the most beautiful people in the world, some of my closest friends that are near and dear to my heart today. I met my wonderful husband. I now have a beautiful stepson who is now a blossoming young man. One of my girlfriends that I met in Atlanta opened the door for a great opportunity for me that changed my life tremendously, and not only my life, but used me as a mechanism to change thousands of lives, including close family members. And again, God, why me? Even through the good things, sometimes I sit back and say, God, like, why me? Why am I given this opportunity? So sometimes we even question things that are not just put on our plate when they're bad, but even when they're good. God, why me? Like, why am I chosen? And you're honestly waiting on the next shoe to drop. Like, what's going to happen now? Like, things are going too well. But even in those seasons, how there's things that happen, sometimes people look at your life from the outside looking in, and they think, God, she has it all. She has a great husband, she has a great child, she has a great career, she has a great family. But then that one thing that's near and dear to my heart, if you followed my story and how I am now 45 years old and I've never given birth. I have no biological children, and that is one of the deepest desires of my heart. And I've struggled literally for years thinking, God, why not me? Why haven't I been able to give birth? I look sometimes, and if you are anything like me, you look at the news or social media and you see about parents, giving away their children, or even, causing hurt and harm, or even taking the lives of children. And you're thinking, you allowed this person to parent somebody? You allowed this person to bring somebody in the world? And the heart that I have, the heart that I have for children, but God, why not me? And what I'm doing in this season is learning to have big faith. Like, I am literally learning how to have big faith, because what I do know is over the last 45 years, he has not failed me. He has never left my side. Every situation that I've gone through, I've literally gone through. It's taken me to another level. It's taken me to a new season. It's taken me to a new opportunity. So even in this situation, when I say, God, why not me? Why me? Why am I going through the infertility journey that I'm going through? I know it's for a greater cause. I know that he has something that he needs me to get to the world. I know the child that I am going to bring into this world, that child is going to be ordained to do things great in the world, and I have to be prepared for that. I have to be able to handle whatever that is. And so looking at your circumstances now, instead of saying, God, why me? I'm now at the point of, God, yes. Whatever you want your will to be in my life, the answer is yes. If I have to go through this, if I have to go through this pain, if I have to go through this loss, if I have to go through this transition, the answer is yes, because the greater good that you're going to have for me, I already know outweighs the pain, outweighs the tears, outweighs the sleepless nights. I understand the fact now, after 45 years in this thing, I understand now that there's a purpose and a season for every challenge that we go through. So I encourage every one of you, whether you're going through that dark season in your life right now, or you're wondering why me. Literally, I was at a organization midway through my career, and it was really blossoming. It was taking off. Like, I was literally deemed as like the shining star at this organization. I got the highest ratings on my evaluations. I was always utilized in various aspects of the organization. And all of a sudden, it shifted. Something happened, and the CEO at the time, we just weren't feeling each other, and I'm thinking, I've given all of my service and all of my dedication to this job, and here I am ready to go to the next level, and boom, literally I hit a brick wall, and I'm thinking, okay, what is going on here? Like, I have given this organization like the best of the best. And one day I was sat down in a room with 3 of the highest level people in that organization. Again, never gotten any write-ups, never any warnings, was the superstar in the organization and was leading several campaigns and charged to lead several activities. And the nerve of one of them to look me in my eyes and says, I think you've outgrown us. Literally. Outgrown us. And maybe this isn't the place for you anymore. We want to see you blossom. And I remember walking out of that door thinking, God, what just happened? Why me? Like, I have given this organization my all. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to explain this to my husband? What are we going to do now about income and, our bills and finances? And everything was like in a whirlwind. And I'm thinking, I cannot believe this just happened. I had no idea what God was setting me up for. He opened the door to another organization that literally gave me an opportunity outside of anything that I was familiar with. I was able to learn so much in various areas. I was able to do entrepreneurship on a smaller level to prepare me for what I am now. I made more money. I made more connections. I was able to influence more. I was able to do more with the gifts that God has given me. So even in that transition, and it was literally almost a year, I was in this waiting pool of what do I do? How do I find myself? We had some money, stashed away so that I could, kind of see what I wanted to do. But it was a setup because I already know, unless he forced me out of that organization, I wasn't going anywhere because I was content. I was happy. I was satisfied. I was doing what I thought I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. I had no idea that was just a stepping stone. So the season that you're in, understand that sometimes that season is a stepping stone for a greater level. Sometimes that season is a stepping stone for a transition. Sometimes that season is a stepping stone to prepare you for that mate, to prepare you for that spouse, to prepare you for that new opportunity, to prepare you for that move. So don't ever think, God, why me? Why have you left me in this area of uncertainty? Understand that he knows what the outcome is going to be. And regardless of how difficult it may seem, regardless of how much, again, the pain that may be brought to you at this time, the tears that you're crying at night, it's going to pass over. And in the end, you're going to win. Why? Because you're God's child. I love you guys. God bless you. Continue to walk in faith. This is the season. We already know this is Easter season, right? So many of us know that we're going to be celebrating the fact that he rose on the third day. We're going to be celebrating life. We're going to be celebrating liberty. We're going to be celebrating salvation. We're going to be celebrating forgiveness. And so we're going to walk in the season of everything that God has promised us. I'm excited about this season. I'm excited about April showers. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week on The Real Talk with Earica Cole. If you aren't subscribed with Earica Cole, make sure you do that. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on all social media platforms. If you're not subscribed to Eara's Girls, which is my family reality YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to that button as well, okay? I love you guys. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.